I remember my first encounter with a manta. I was breathless. I couldn't believe it. This huge, it must have been 3 to 4 meters. This oceanic manta came out of the blue with this huge flyby right past me. And then it was gone. And then I'm looking around, and next thing again, it comes flying out right in front of me and starts doing this series of loops over my head, as if it really wanted to engage with me. I was speechless.
Manta rays are they're social animals. We know that they gather in specific locations, but it seems that most of these gatherings fall into 2 main sort of categories. The first is when they're feeding, when there's a sort of a concentration of the planktonic food upon which they're eating and they're feeding. And the second is when they aggregate at cleaning sites. These are usually specific locations on a reef where the manta rays go to have their bodies cleaned by small fish, cleaner wrasse. So the thing that makes manta rays different from a lot of other fish is the fact that in a lot of ways they're more like large mammals. You know, they live for a long time, they reach large sizes, they have slow reproductive rates, so they're only giving birth to 1 pup at a time, and maybe there's many years in between these pupping intervals. And so this makes them much more vulnerable to exploitation as well. So if you're going to fish them, if you're going to harvest them or kill them in any way, you can really only take a very small percentage of the population before you start to have a real dramatic sort of overall decline in numbers. And once you've fished those numbers out, it takes a really long time for them to ever recover again.
Over the past 4 years, I've been working on a global shark finning book, and while in the process, I kept coming across manta and mabula rays lined up in fishing markets throughout Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and South America. And I had to ask myself, why was this happening? Once I started to look a little bit deeper, I realized that the meat was being sold for local consumption, but the gills of the manta rays were being exported to different parts of Asia, and I really needed to know more. Further investigations took me to the markets of southern China in Guangdong province, and what I found was astonishing. It was sack after sack, shop front after shop front of manta and mabula ray gills for sale.
animals are generating so much money for tourism, it makes so much more sense to preserve them purely from an economic point of view for tourism than it does to fish them for a very small amount of money for the short-term gains for just a few people.
They come from far away, they come here, they book the hotels, they book the diving, the snorkeling with us, other diving centers, and we like to show everybody what is a manta like.
There is hope, and I really believe if we can make the link between the consumers and the gills and the health tonic and these beautiful, amazing creatures, that we can actually make a huge difference.